And good Monday morning, everyone. I'm Meteorologist Mike Javer. We have quite a bit to talk about in terms of the latter half of the work week, but we're going to begin to talk about today and some of the nice days, I shall say, of this week, where temperatures today in the 40s and 50s, but we'll see mostly sunny skies as we have nice high pressure to the north, keeping us nice and sunny and dry to start your work week. So a good start for sure. However, we're going to see changes as we move through the rest of the week, and which I'll just talk about in a minute here. But just looking at the EPS, I'm going to be using the EPS for everything today, by the way, the European ensemble, even for our storm Thursday that will impact the area. So this is surface pressure for Monday. You can see that high pressure up here to the north of the border, of course, and that's going to give us sunny skies, and that's going to give us all that sinking air motion. So it should be a really nice day overall, and with a very light breeze at best. It should be mostly calm, and trust me, it's more welcome compared to all that lake effect stuff we had last week and into the beginning of the weekend. So it's good we got away from that. But how long will that really last? Now, Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be good for the most part. Now, rain will begin to move in Wednesday night as we have an approaching system. So I'm going to take you through everything that I'm seeing here. This is not going to be an official forecast. This is just like a little bit of a first alert heads up kind of thing. I did post about this on Saturday, about this potential storm system, so I'm going to go through it again. We're going to start at the 500 millibar layer, the height anomaly. You could just kind of see this big ball of energy just kind of sitting over here. And this is associated with this closed off low up here, which is, oh, I'm sorry, I did not mean to click that, but that's going to be our upper level low. And that's actually going to push off to the north because it's actually what's going to do, it's actually going to phase with a system off to the southeast, and that's going to help this bring it upward or to the north, and also will help to intensify the system as well. So as long as it does these two things like these ensembles are hinting at, I think we'll be in for a little bit of a decent sized storm in terms of rainfall Thursday into Friday for the most part. So we're keeping an eye on this for sure, and there's that big ball of energy. But as long as those two things happen, we should be in the clear to see some very beneficial rains across the region. And I also wanted to bring up the 300 millibar winds for Thursday evening because I saw this as I was just looking through. Obviously, I'm trying to make the best forecast possible. And I also saw that portions of eastern PA and possibly even the portions of central PA as well. This is actually in the left exit region of this jet streak up here in the atmosphere. And actually what that is, that's a favorable region for atmospheric lift Thursday and Friday. So this is where you can see some of those heavier downpours if this comes to play, and this is actually what actually happens. But here, if this were to verify, this would be the highest confidence of downpours in this region here. And that's kind of what's been shown on some of the global models, but we're going to keep an eye on that. And just watch for trends, as I'm sure we're going to wait till this energy comes on land from Canada, because I think it's very important, because Canada doesn't have the data that we do down here. So that's why that last storm we got didn't turn out to be anything special. But it's important to wait till it comes in the bigger picture in the areas that has more data, so in the end we can make a more accurate forecast. So none of this is a forecast at all. It's just kind of what I'm seeing, and some of these things are hinting at probably some downpours Thursday into Friday morning for sure. But just looking at the NBM rainfall through Friday afternoon, again, this is not an official forecast right now. It's hinting at a widespread 1 to 2 inches of rain across the region. Again, none of this will hurt, it'll only help, but some of these could be some heavier downpours at times, if it comes into play, as I mentioned. But if it does come into play, we could be seeing some flash flooding issues, especially in eastern PA, especially as some of those heavier downpours come through. So it's still something to watch. We're going to see how this evolves over the next couple of days, and see, first of all, if this storm doesn't phase, then it's not going to be a good storm. It's kind of going to be like the last one. It's kind of going to be weak, progressive overall. It's just not going to really do too much. But if it does end up being a little bit stronger, we're going to be in for some heavy rain at times, as well as some stronger wind gusts. And then as that we approach into the weekend, you'll see that turn into a little bit of lake effect as well. So we're keeping an eye on it. I encourage you to stay tuned with the pages. I'll have updates throughout the week. But thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Monday morning. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and stay tuned for more. I'm meteorologist Mike Javer.